Hi everybody, how are you doing? Well, I've come out in between showers this morning to make sure that I stay dry and get a chance to show you around the garden. I hope you're all well. This is the last lockdown gardening or Pearson gardening video there'll be, from me anyway at least, as I leave the business on end of Tuesday. So, after I think 3.5 years of these videos and 26 years at Pearson, my time is up. I'm off to do something very exciting and set up my own business doing coaching and learning and development, which is really exciting. But I'm very sad to leave you, but I thought I'd leave you, in the right place, which is in the garden, which has helped me over the last 3 years or so, and hopefully helps you as well. So we'll do a little lap round and then come back and say goodbye at the end. Well, the end of October and into November is a really tough time for the garden. It's starting to go to sleep, but there are still things around, and this cosmos, which has sat there dormant all summer, has finally decided to come, and it's a cracker really. It's a good sort of 4 foot tall and loads of flowers, and hasn't needed much deadheading yet. So I think as long as there's no frost, we should be getting this probably for the next 3-4 weeks, I'm hoping. And the forecast is definitely for no frost around here, just very wet and a bit windy. Everything else up this side pretty much is the seed heads now. So on a dry day, it's about taking the seeds from these, keeping them dry, and then pop them out in the garden again next year. Other things that have come back and done really, really well, this Cerinthe, which the bees absolutely loved in the spring and the early summer, and it's come back in the tomato bed really, rather than where it was before down here. But it's a beautiful little flower and really, really popular, and plenty of nectar. You're moving along. The Salvia amistad, doing okay. And one thing I learned from last year is do not cut it back. Do not cut it back at all yet, because otherwise you'll get no growth. Rose keeps coming back, which is nice. And then we've got this lovely little salvia here we picked up from Chelsea a couple of years ago that was quiet in the first year, but it's been absolutely lovely since, and the colour is just fantastic. And wandering up, the last knockings, the snapdragon down here, and a little bit of verbena, but that's really struggled with the wind. And the geum, which has done well, but I think we're almost, there's one here that might come, but in reality we are at the end of the geum season as well. And swinging round, the dahlia somehow keeps going. Been deadheading every other day, coming out here, no matter what the weather has been, to make sure we keep it going. And alongside that, as you can see from the floor down here, the nasturtium really has spread really nicely. So we've got plenty of nasturtiums here, and if I was doing another video, the next thing I'd be doing would be strawing the seeds. You can see down here, this is nasturtium seed here. So there's two things you can do with this. One is leave it be, and then when it starts to age slightly, pick it, and then you can pickle it and have it. It's really, really tasty. Or just take it when it's when the crop dies back, and then let it dry out and have it for next year's seeds. And you can see this year certainly we've had as much flower as we have green. That means it's a lovely addition to the garden, and certainly if you've got space and somewhere where you want to spread, it really, really works. And that, I think, is around about it for the garden this time. It's a much shorter video because there's much less to see, but it's still lovely, of course. Well, that's that. That's the end of our gardening for now. Keep the group going if you can, and somebody will pick it up hopefully and share videos or share pictures and just ask questions. I've loved being part of this group for the last 3.5 years. I've learned so much about the garden, about myself, and about how there's a lovely link between being in the garden and mental health, and certainly for my coaching skills as well. That idea of there's so many metaphors you can take from the garden into management and into the workplace. So, goodbye for now. If you want to follow me, there'll be details in the post of where you can find my new website and what I'm up to. But I wish you all well, and keep gardening. It's good for you, it's good for everybody. Best of luck.